I live in a community called Stony Beach, which is the first community going south from the bridge. And we were awakened with what appeared to be an earthquake and a long rolling sound of thunder.
Wow.
So we woke up and literally we can look right out of our bedroom window and see the Key Bridge. But I couldn't see anything because of the darkness. And a little bit later, got up again to check, and I saw some emergency lights in the area, and I decided to drive up because I'm the old dog chasing the fire truck. And I came up here, and what was in progress was a multi-jurisdictional response to a disaster, basically.
The Francis Scott Key Bridge opened on March 23, 1977. It was named after amateur poet Francis Scott Key. The bridge was a steel arch continuous through truss bridge, spanning the lower Patapsco River and outer Baltimore Harbor Port, carrying Maryland Route 695 in Baltimore, Maryland, United States. The main span of 1,200 feet, or 366 meters, was the third longest span of any continuous truss in the world. It was the second longest bridge in the Baltimore metropolitan area after the Chesapeake Bay Bridge. A container ship, owned and managed by Synergy Marine Group, known as the Dali, had just left the port of Baltimore. Two pilots were in control of the 985-foot-long and 157-feet-wide container ship. The ship was en route to Colombo, Sri Lanka, at the time of today's tragic incident. As new information surfaces, it's been said that the ship was not being piloted by its own crew. To give insight into this situation, local pilots are used specifically in situations like this in order to avoid an accident of this magnitude from ever happening. A quote from Maryland Transportation Secretary Paul Wiedefeld stated, "Pilots move ships in and out of the Port of Baltimore. The pilots get on board just outside of local channels and proceed to take the ships into port. For outbound ships like this one, they take the ships from the ports out into open water. The idea is that local pilots are more aware of the hazards within each port, river, and channel. This is a common practice throughout the nation." According to all reports, at around 1:30 a.m. on Tuesday, March 26th, the vessel caught fire, with thick black smoke seen billowing out of it. On video, you could see the container ship lose power on numerous occasions as the pilots frantically try to regain control of the large vessel. It appears they do manage to get some sense of control back, but by the time they do, it was far too late. The ship would crash straight into one of the bridge's supports. This caused the structure to snap and buckle instantly at several points. The bridge itself would crumble away into the water in a matter of mere seconds. I will warn you all now, the video can be hard to watch. At the time of the incident, the air temperature was around 32 degrees Fahrenheit or 0 degrees Celsius, with waters coming in at a temperature of around 45 degrees Fahrenheit or around 7 degrees Celsius. It is said that in conditions like this, you may be able to survive an hour or so within the water, if you're lucky.
Still very much in an active search and rescue posture. Our sonar has detected the presence of vehicles submerged in the water.
As of reporting this story, it's said that at least 2 people had been rescued, with one being urgently rushed to the hospital in critical condition and the other being relatively okay. As far as the crew of the boat, it's been stated that all are okay and accounted for. As of now, it's unclear how many people plunged into the water. An estimate of 7 construction workers were working on the bridge at the time of the incident. while it's believed that upwards of 10 cars may have plunged into the Patapsco River. We could be looking at anywhere between 20 to 30 lives lost in this tragic incident. Luckily, and when I say luckily, I mean zero disrespect to those that have perished, but if this incident had transpired during morning rush hour, the loss of life would have been far more catastrophic in nature. As of now, that's all the information I was able to gather into the story. My thoughts and support go out to everyone involved in this tragic event.